live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, hello, hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
And I am Stephanie Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. the Advantage Coach. Let me just say this before we get started.
Okay.
If I'm coughing, it's the asthma. It is not coronavirus.
Those of you who are listening, you couldn't see my face, but oh, man. Look, I'm going to tell you, I've been singing it all week, and I could not get it out of my head, but I've been singing, my heart belongs to Corona.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry, Bobby Brown.
Absolutely not. We are not going to jack up Tenderoni like that.
I know. I'm
no
sorry.
day.
Sorry.
No, sir.
The song got stuck into my head, and then Corona just slid in there, and I don't know what happened.
Listen, I'll say this. I know we got to introduce the show, but I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Only our people
oh, yeah,
are going to make fun and light of this the way that they have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's been utterly ridiculous. The stuff that I've seen, but somebody did put out a post that said, we are not taking this lightly. It's just that our people have had so many serious bad things throughout time that we've always done like this in order to deal.
You know, I've actually had someone say to me, because of some of the jokes that I was making, that I'm not taking this serious enough. And it's not like, I don't understand what should be, what's the appropriate action here? Like, should I be afraid? Honestly, I'm less afraid of the virus itself and more afraid of the financial implication that.
Yeah, you seen that video that dude was snapping.
Right. Like
he dropped the F-bomb one more time.
Right. but even before I saw that video, like, I was thinking about that because, you know, for folks who have a 401k, forget the investment part of it. But for folks who have everyday jobs that are hourly,
out of work,
aren't getting paid, like, you can say, oh, we're going to waive, you can file taxes at some other day.
Right. They still got to
I'm not getting a check.
They got to eat. They got to be able to pay their bills. Like, nobody said that they're making all of the mortgage companies and the property management companies say you don't have to pay your bills.
Exactly.
None of the utility companies are saying don't worry about paying us. None of that's happening. And even if they did, you still have to eat.
You still got to eat. Well, I believe Georgia Power is saying that they can't cut you off for the next 90 days for non-payment. Nice. So that was a good look. But still, like you said, you still got to eat.
Still, even if all of that other stuff happens, you still got to eat. So how does that work?
And with the way that these jokers are acting in Florida, even if you got money, you still ain't going to be able to eat because these grocery stores are barren.
I was like, when I saw video of people, because, you know, being in North Carolina, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
The craze hasn't been quite as frenzied as it might be in Georgia. But my family sending me posts where not a thing in the store. I'm like, wait, the store is empty. It's a Walmart. Nothing is in Walmart. I'm like, wait.
Crazy.
I don't really understand why we feel like we got to do, like, even because somebody else need to eat too. Right. Like, for me, that's the thing that I'm so upset about, because I feel like we're being so selfish. You know what I mean? People are like, let me hoard all this stuff, and then what? Somebody posted this today too, talking about the children of Israel and how God told them to only get what they needed for today.
Mm-hmm.
And they went ahead and was like, well, it's here. Let's get enough to make sure we taken care of tomorrow, when he told them he would take care of them. So we're in that mode, like, let me get it all, because I don't trust that God's good. That's just, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just done.
In the words of my brother, LT, him downstairs.
Oh, this gonna be good.
Everybody's stupid. I go to the grocery store and I see all the toilet paper gone. All the toilet paper is gone. All the water.
Yep.
The vitamins are still on the shelf. Which means you care more about wiping your behind for the next month than you do about your immune system.
Right.
Stupid.
Makes no sense. Because if you catch it and it's something, and you just happen to be one of those people that tissue just gonna be there.
You ain't gonna be able to wipe your butt no more.
You ain't gonna use that tissue. Sorry. So
I don't know if they wiping butts in heaven. I'm sorry. Okay, that was a bit much. I'm sorry.
Oh God,
Lord, you know I'm a joker. I'm sorry.
Like, it's just So we're not making light of this situation at all. Like, you all, please stay safe. I don't need to say the things that you heard a million times already. I'm just saying, be smart for yourself. Whatever that means, however that looks, be smart for yourself. Like me, I have asthma, so I'm one of those that's more at risk. So I'm staying away from people, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
I'm just being smart about it. Like, and that's not fear. That's not paranoia. That's God said, be wise and use wisdom. Yeah. And I'm just using wisdom. This is not fear. I'm not afraid of anything, because I know he's got me covered. Even if I have to go out and I got to go to the store to pick up something, he's got me covered. Right.
I got a shirt, right? It says, oh, no. Faith got me living risky.
All day, every day, baby. Yes.
As much as I've wanted to just be in the house and lay in the bed and chill and hang, I've been running from place to place ever since this whole thing has started. So I truly believe that I'm covered.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I'm only taking an extra precaution just because of my asthma. That's it. Like, okay. Like,
and after the day, I'm staying my butt in the house.
Like, real talk. So but we love you all.
Yeah, definitely.
Please stay safe. Do what you feel is best for you. Right. We just we out here. Listen, God trying to get our attention. I hope y'all paying attention.
Right.
Baby,
talk. God is trying to tell you something.
Tell you something.
I was about to go full color purple, but you tell you what it is. Oh man.
Oh God. So we doing what we said we were gonna do anyway. See?
Right. Look. The whole 10 minutes.
Y'all don't get it. So this is like literally, we were just talking about it before Jarrett hit record.
Right.
We were talking about how we would just need to start recording from the moment we get on these, because we crack up and have this kind of banter the whole time before we start talking to y'all. And so
and then we hit record and we get all serious and
right. This is literally how we are.
Right, all the time.
All the time. So y'all just get to see us real.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is episode 54.
Okay.
Of the Field to the Real podcast. And for those of you all who are at home, and
which is most people,
you are tired of Netflix and tired of Hulu, and you need some more stuff to listen to, and we are going to have a nice little,
absolutely
right, a nice little episode for you guys today.
That's right.
If my background looks a bit different, then it's
your jail scene.
Right. The library's closed. I go to my usual.
Clearly.
So I am at my apartment doing this podcast.
It don't stop, y'all.
Nah, we gonna get it in regardless of if I have to lock myself in the bathroom and do do it from there. No, but we for those of you who listened last week and were like confused about how the episode kind of tailed off. I wouldn't say abruptly, but it kind of tailed off.
Okay.
We had a bit of technical difficulties, and thankfully, we still had the entire episode, and we didn't lose the first part of it. But as you know, we didn't have a feel good final thought last week. So instead of giving you one feel good final thought this week, we're gonna give you 3.
3? Oh, that's right. 3.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We got 3. We had to throw that.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah. So much feel good stuff going on right now.
Yeah. We missed a little bit of it, and like you said, actually, we probably need to add a 4th one in here.
Oh, okay.
Remember we talked about. We
talk about too much for me to remember. You just saying, remember what we talked about.
Right. I'm just going to say the owner of the Falcons.
Oh,
I want to make sure we shout him out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of in line with the other one, but we can specifically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right.
But who's really right?
Who's really right?
Now it's crazy because Stephanie and I, like we said, we usually meet on Mondays to have a production meeting about each episode.
Yeah.
We didn't get to meet until last night.
Yeah.
But so much had happened from Monday to Tuesday. Kind of was a good thing that we didn't meet.
Yeah.
And now so much has happened to the day. It's like, well,
darn, what are we talking about?
Right. We had to. We kind of. Well, I'm going to have to switch up with this week, right? Because
I would have been really right.
Clearly, I ain't really right.
I would have been really right already.
So I got a bit of a reprieve here.
Yeah.
Our who's really right is, where is Cam Newton going? One of the things that's transpired in the last 24 hours is Teddy Bridgewater agreed to terms on a deal, $63 million 3-year deal, I believe. 2 year, 3 year?
3 year, I think. I want to say 3.
With the Carolina Panthers. And for those of you who know football, or for those of you who don't know football, when you pay a quarterback like Teddy Bridgewater that type of money, and they already have an established quarterback there in Cam Newton, Cam Newton has to go.
Yeah, and they extended. They said, I think they extended Kyle Allen too.
Really?
That face. Wait, I have to see you the meme. I have to see you the meme of the dog in the place like.
Really?
And that's what it says. Really?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it says the exclusive rights free agents by a 1-year extension. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So Cam Newton has to go. Definitely not.
Clear.
Cam Newton wouldn't have been a backup in North Carolina.
No, he's not a backup.
No, he's not a backup quarterback.
No.
I think specifically with this Cam Newton situation, and we'll get into more free agent moves a little later, it's a bit unfair given the timing of when this is happening. We all know we talked briefly about coronavirus in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
But because of that, they aren't able to be evaluated like they normally would during the free agent period. So Cam Newton isn't able or allowed to go to a doctor and be evaluated by the team doctors and in the hospitals and some of these areas where he's trying to get a trade.
Yeah.
So it's looking like the Panthers said that they were allowing him to seek a trade, when the reality is they're getting rid of him and they're just giving him the option of going to see who
would want him.
Who would want him. And because he can't prove to people that he is good now, it's probably nobody will probably make that investment.
I hope so. I'm just gonna be prayerful and hopeful for him. You know, Cam is an Atlanta boy, so I'm like gonna root for him no matter what. You know what I mean? And I just he was I think he was so backing up, if you don't know, Cam pretty much sat out all of last year with an injury. He didn't look good, too tough the year before because I think he was injured.
Because he was injured, yeah.
And so I feel like you're right. It's like he's being dealt a dirty hand right now. Not that's what the Panthers are. That was their intention. They had no control over this. For him, this inability for him to be able to be evaluated based on that pandemic that's going on. So that's not their fault, but it just feels so wrong. And then it broke my heart because I know he said he didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave. And so, I don't know. I mean, you know, you always talk about it. It's a business. Yeah. And I know it's a business, but I feel like, God, on some level, this man has carried your team.
Right.
For a long time.
Right.
Well, until Christian McCaffrey came around, you didn't really have any superstar that anybody. I mean, you had some people come through here and there, but it wasn't like on this level. You know what I mean? And so it's like now that you got Christian McCaffrey, you feel like, well, you know, we don't need you no more anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel bad for him. Yeah. I really do. I feel bad for him. I hope that somebody is willing to take a chance. If it's nothing more than having a unsure Cam is better than what you have or you don't have anything.
True.
You know what I mean? Because so the options out there are slim pickings for that scenario.
Definitely, yeah.
But I have an idea of two teams that I think he might go to. But you know. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Well,
then we can get to the who's really right. Yeah.
Well, so the first thing I was going to say, just to because you had made that point when you said that I always say that this is a business. And you know, I firmly believe that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always in favor of the players hold out for more money if you are outplaying your contract, because you never know when something like this is going to happen to you. Right. You know, and then you're put into a situation where you become expendable and you've done all of this for the franchise. And how is that shown in appreciation towards the end? It always looks like a really good business deal on the team's end, but you look like a crybaby when you're saying you want more money.
Right.
And that's why I'm always firmly in place on the player side.
Yeah, of course, obviously, yeah.
When even with Zeke, you know, when you still got a few years left on your deal, listen, I've outplayed this contract.
That's right.
I need more money. And my negotiation is I'm willing to sit out games. And when you have that type of leverage, you're able to enact it, truly enact it, then I definitely feel like you should do it, because these owners, they're taking more than 50% of the revenue. Yeah. Like, these owners wouldn't be making money if it wasn't for the players.
Without you.
And so don't give them no breaks.
Yeah.
Because
but Cam lost his leverage because he was hurt.
Yeah.
He lost his leverage when he was hurt. So he might have been able to have some leverage had he not been hurt. At this point, first of all, we wouldn't even be having these conversations about him because he'd still be their quarterback.
Right.
But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard seeing this happen. I mean, and it's not just him. We're going to talk about it, but it's a lot of crazy stuff. But anyway.
It feels unfair given now that I know that the NFL owners actually wanted to postpone the new league year and free agency, and the NFLPA said no.
Now, was that so? I know they represent the players, but did you talk to the players? Did you really talk to the players before you went out and did that? Because
exactly,
it's not really beneficial to them at all.
No.
So it's kind of weird why you would say no. I don't. Yeah, I'm always intrigued by all of that. Just
Right.
all of those intricacies that we don't really get to hear and see and know.
Right.
Like, why would you? Clearly this is not in the best interest of the player. So why would you make that be the choice? Yeah. And it's almost like, it feels to me almost like a bipartisan kind of feel. Like, just because you want it, we don't.
Right. Yes. That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah. Oh, Falcons just signed Dante Fowler. Okay.
Huh?
Oh, I'm seeing things pop up on my screen.
Oh, wait, what happened?
About free agency.
Wait, what happened? Give us some
We'll
breaking
talk
news.
about it.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so let's get to because I want to see what you're talking about now. I saw your eyes got big. I was like, wait, what happened?
Okay.
All right, so who's really right? Where's Cam Newton going?
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Of course. So there are, in my opinion, two teams that I feel like. So back up to say your first initial thing was the Bears, but that's off the table now because Nick Foles just Right. So there are 3-4 options, and I can name them all, and you can just say which one that I think are available to him.
Say which one you think he's going to.
So I got two though. I'm not sure. It's either the Bengals, or the Dolphins.
Okay. I think he's going to the Patriots.
See, you know what? I thought the Patriots was a good option for him, but then I started thinking about, what we talked about yesterday, who we want to see go there. Right. And so I can't put that out there because I don't want him to go there. I want him to go. I want this other person to go there now. So but no, the Patriots are absolutely on the table. I get it, but I feel like I think he would be a really good fit in Cincinnati. They put the franchise tag on AJ Green, so they kept him. Okay. So with that being said, I felt like that was, you know what I mean? Like they could really make some noise to get, if they can both stay healthy. Because that's been AJ Green's issue as of late too.
That theory kind of supports my theory that this Cam Newton too, because up until you sent me the link earlier, I was Chicago. Cam Newton to the Bears. Yeah. But so before then, because I always firmly believed that Tom Brady would be leaving the Patriots, I felt like Andy Dalton would be going to the Patriots, which supports the theory of Cam Newton going to the Bengals, even though they're going to probably take Joe Burrow number 1 overall.
I believe they will too. I believe he would be a great fit for them. Yeah. Let Joe Burrow will be a great fit for them, but I'm looking more in terms of your team's kind of veteran. So bringing in a veteran quarterback might be a good idea. Right. You know what I mean? Versus even if you took Joe Burrow, I know we're in this age now where quarterbacks start right away, but I feel like he might need a little, I don't know, a little seasoning. Yeah. Just a little seasoning. And ain't no way in the world Andy Dalton should be anything but somebody's backup at this point. Period.
Is it something to say, though? Because a year ago, we probably would have said the same thing about Tannehill. And then Tannehill takes his team.
Well, I still feel like that. But, hey, y'all, they did what they did. I don't feel no differently.
Well,
just
we
like
got more evidence of.
We have that conversation all the time.
Yeah.
These are just not people that I see as starters.
Well, it's something to be said for going to a different situation and, having your career look revitalized. Like we'll need more of a sample size in terms of seeing if Tannehill is a really good quarterback because he just got $118 million.
Yeah, we're going to see.
And so we gonna see.
We gonna see. Mm-hmm.
But is it possible that Andy Dalton could go to New England with Josh McDaniels and revitalize his career in the way that Tannehill revitalized his?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I just don't. Because here's the knock that I've read about what they say about Andy. It is not Andy Dalton, his talent.
Mm-hmm.
It is Andy Dalton, the leader. He's not able to really influence the people around him to be better.
Okay.
He doesn't make his team. That is the epitome of what New England just had with Tom Brady. So to go from that to somebody who absolutely is not that person, that seems like a stretch for me.
Okay. Well, to your point, I wouldn't bet on it. Like, I wouldn't bet, money, but I wouldn't be surprised either if he were to go to New England.
Be surprised.
I would not be surprised if he went to New England and had the Patriots be a contender, because I believe that Bill Belichick is that great of a coach and that Josh McDaniels is that great of an offensive mind to kind of cover up. Right? Yeah, I see it. I believe it's possible.
Okay.
I believe it's possible. I wouldn't bet on it, but I believe it's possible.
You see me like, I don't know. Right. I can't even go there.
Well, we done went over Cam.
Oh yeah, Cam. Back to Cam. You said Patriots. I say Bengals.
Okay.
Other options.
And Dolphins.
Dolphins is a side note. Yeah, Dolphins, because it's really the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Bengals.
Those are the teams that are truly
that's really needing of a quarterback like that. Yeah.
Possibly the Detroit Lions, but I believe that the Detroit Lions will probably get Tua.
Okay.
Unless somebody makes some type of blockbuster trade to jump up to number 2 with the Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they also said today that there is a slight chance, and it's looking like more than slight, that Cam Newton will go to the Redskins.
Oh, well, that makes sense now because his old coach is there.
Yes.
That would make sense, but it makes sense from that scenario to me, because you just got Dwayne Haskins. I mean, I know the child was sitting on the sideline when he was supposed to be in the game, but I don't believe it. I don't think he's been given a true time to really build and become a good quarterback.
Right.
Unless you want to put him on the bench to let him mature some more. If that's your point, which I get, then I think Cam would be a great mentor to him.
That's the reason why I say this may be a good move. If we look at Alex Smith and we say, because by all accounts, he and Alex Smith were set to compete for the job. It wasn't going to be totally given to Dwayne Haskins. If we see that Alex Smith is not able to play anymore based off of that horrific injury he had a couple of seasons ago, then I think that it'd be a no-brainer to bring Cam in, allow Cam either to push Dwayne Haskins or to allow him, to be a mentor to him. He'd be a mentor regardless.
Right.
But to start a few years until Dwayne Haskins is mentally ready to take over.
Yeah, right.
So I see that as a viable option, but I'm going to go Patriots.
Okay. No, now you got me thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, because that Redskin one was a dark horse. You came out of left field with that one. But that's a really good, that's a good fit for him. Yeah.
That's a great fit for him.
And it's actually, let's say first, because this transitions into our next topic, which is the NFL's free agent moves. But
it's been crazy, y'all.
You believe Stephanie is really right? She said the Bengals.
Yeah.
Now, If it lands on the Dolphins, don't you come back here and say Stephanie was really right.
Well, but Stephanie did say that was her second, so you can say that. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. So if he goes to the Patriots or the Redskins,
there you go.
then Jarrett was really right. Yep. So we're going to see who's really right. We're going to put it up on social media.
I can't wait.
You guys vote and let us know who you think is really right.
Did you hear what he just said, y'all? Vote.
Vote.
Please. Don't just like.
Right.
Vote. Come on, y'all. Work with us. So yeah.
Now put the cameras on me. 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 Put the cameras on me.